Good morning, Miss. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share my self-culture report with you. I'm Shi Shuyi from Section 03. I come from China and just like my parents, I'm Han Chinese. My name contains the good wishes of my father. The word Shu means gentleness and kindness, while the character E represents happiness and harmony. Together, these two words express my father's wish that as I grow up, I will not only be kind to others but also pursue inner peace and happiness. Now, I would like to delve into how gender and class have defined me. Firstly, as a woman living in a traditionally patriarchal society, I have personally experienced the differences between the sexes. Although my parents wanted me to be independent and encouraged me to pursue my studies, I often faced prejudice in traditional settings. For instance, when my relatives learned that my parents supported me in studying abroad, they expressed their confusion about this, believing that as a girl, I did not need to pursue a high degree and should pay more attention to my future marriage. During one of the family gatherings, my aunt asked me, "Why do you want to go to so far away to study? What's the use of higher education for girls? Marrying well is the most important thing." This made me feel shocked and frustrated, but the support of my parents made me more determined. They believed that education can be a changing factor in one's destiny. When I decided to apply to study abroad, my mother encouraged me to trust in my dreams, as she firmly believed that knowledge would bring me freedom and choices. This gave me more confidence in the face of my relatives' doubts. As a result, I started to study hard to prepare for the challenge ahead. Next, let me talk about the impact of my family's class background. I come from a mid-class family, allowed me to attend an international school, expose myself to a rich diversity of cultures, and change my outlook on life. The school places much emphasis on the development of students' interests, and I joined the piano club. Initially, I had no special interests in the piano, but with the encouragement of my teacher, I started to learn and gradually found my passion for music. I got prizes in several performances, and this positive feedback made me more interested in music. Then I began to realize the importance of the arts in life. Through music, I have been able to find many foreign friends who also love the arts. We share our musical experience and cultural backgrounds, thus building a bridge in understanding between different languages and cultures, resulting in deep friendship bonds. This cross-cultural exchange made me even more confident and open to sharing my experience. I gradually came to understand that art is not only a means of self-expression, but also a bond that connects people's emotions. Moving on, I'd like to share how traditional rituals have shaped my life. Several important traditional rituals have shaped my lifestyle since I was a child. Through this custom, I have learned to share with others and cherish my family while representing our history and culture. One of the festivals that I'm looking forward to most is the Dragon Boat Festival, because it not only means the delicious dumplings and the excitement of dragon boats rolling, but also carries represents for ancestors. Our family will make zongs with our neighbors every year, and sometimes we give zongs to elderly or needy families. This custom of giving to each other taught me the virtues of generosity and sharing with others. Another festival that has profound influence on me is the Chinese Valentine's Day. Although this traditional festival is associated with love, it has a deeper symbolism in my family. My parents often gave each other gifts on this day to show their care and love for each other. For me, Chinese Valentine's Day have taught me how to cherish and express love in my daily life, which is not only between lovers, but also among family and friends. All in all, they are not just festivals, they are values that I have internalized as I grew up. Finally, I want to talk about how my cultural background shapes my communication style. My personal cultural background profoundly influences the way I communicate with my friends, family members, and even strangers. In Chinese family culture, nonverbal communication is particularly important in intimate relationships. My parents are typical Chinese parents. Perhaps they may not be good at expressing their care through words, but they always provide me with support and encouragement in their special ways when I feel stressed. For example, the day before my entrance exam, when I had been trying to study but was still feeling nervous, my parents quickly came up and patted me softly on the shoulder, and their eyes conveyed understanding and encouragement. Such a simple gesture, so very warm, made me feel much at ease, as if to see they were telling me directly, "We believe you can do it." Now I have also learned how to show care and concern for those around me through physical touch, such as hugs, gentle shoulder pats, and smiles. On the other hand, when I argue with my parents, silence often becomes a way to calm down and reflect. After a heated argument, we tend to go silent and go to our own rooms. Although the silence at that point contains a feel of tension, it provides space for both sides to reflect and calm down, making it easier to have a proper conversation later. Additionally, interruptions affect my emotions and confidence. When someone jumps in and changes my perspective, it makes me feel uncomfortable. Then I become cautious for the remainder for the conversation, which in turn impacts my confidence and the participation level. Therefore, I avoid interrupting others. Even if I hear options that are different, I will take some time to think rather than rushing to counter them. Finally, have you eaten and eat on time have become the most frequently mentioned topics between my parents and me. They are used to expressing their love through these simple words, which are not only concerned about whether I have enough to eat, but also represent a warm emotional transmission. Nowadays, whenever I see my friends are busy with their studies, I will also take the initiative to ask them if they have meals on time and if they want to have a meal together. This kind of interaction, though fruit, not only enrich our relationship but also strengthens our relationship. So this is my self-culture report. Thank you very much for your listening.